Scott Carr, very good race team. And the green flag is in the air. Glad to have you with us at Winchester, and we are underway.
Great start for Kenny Schrader there, going up through the gears. Already pulled out to the lead on the backstretch, Rick.
Schrader, Brandon Jones, John West Townley, and Toledo winner Justin Boston, your first four. Trying to keep these tires. Oh, tangle up in turn 4. Anderson Bowen is in the wall. Justin Boston caught a piece of that. And we've got a caution flag immediately as we complete one lap. Josh Williams down on pit road, and we'll take a look, see if we can see. I think that might be young Kyle Weatherman in the Rulo brothers Ford, the 17 car.
What a tough break. Nowhere to go there for Kyle. They just got all bottled up coming off turn 4.
Take another look at it as the leaders arrow down in there. Well, we're not seeing the replay we were hoping. There's part of it. There's Weatherman in the 17 with the window net down, and Anderson Bowen in the 77 tangled up. So we've got a caution immediately. Now the caution laps do count, of course, so one lap goes up on the board, and Schrader will be the restart leader. Here's another look at what really happened. You can see John West Townley slip a little bit there.
And that checked up Justin, and okay, the 77 got up into the 17 and just took off and got those two pinched in the wall.
Here's an onboard look for you. This is from Grant Enfinger's onboard camera.
Oh, near miss here for Grant. Good job getting around there. Frank sneaks around as well.
So Anderson Bowen and his Cunningham Dodges return to the ARCA Racing Series. Won't even complete one lap. Let's get more from pit road. Our good friend Dr. Dick Berger.
Well, listening on the scanner, and Bowen said, I just got right reared.
Wow. So Anderson Bowen apparently got some help, and that seemed to be the car kind of shot up the racetrack.
Yeah, he just turned right and collected the 17.
So Anderson Bowen will try to roll the 77 onto pit road. They'll see if they can get that car perhaps able to make some laps here. More to come when we return to Winchester.
The 16-year-old Anderson Bowen climbs out of his car, and Kyle Weatherman is
a lap down. First car one lap down. We've got 7 left on the lead lap as Boston moves by and takes over the position.
Mason's not done. We got lap.
Whoa! Wow. Justin Boston nearly got in big trouble going down in 3 there. Has to get
Mason
out of the
gets
gas.
Back around.
They split the lap car of Thomas Prater in the 2 car, the DK Locke Chevrolet. And that gave Mason Mitchell an opportunity. He cashes in. Let's take another look at what happened here on the backstretch as they came off 2 lap traffic. A huge
lap cars everywhere, and only at Winchester Speedway. Wow, down on the flat, wiggles up.
Here's an onboard look for you, onboard the 90 of Enfinger.
Now Grant's getting an eyeful right here. Like, uh-oh, you can see him almost start clinching up.
And I'm sure to Justin Boston, as we take another look at it here, he thought, well, that's the only move I can make.
Well, and they're not done now as Grant's trying to get under Justin here as they're getting around the lap car of John West.
That gave Mason Mitchell the opportunity to move back to second spot with 25 laps to go today at Winchester Speedway.
Well, Schrader, yeah, Schrader put a straightaway on him in that instance right there. But what it did was give us 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are now all right together.
As we keep an eye on that battle for you, 25 to go today. And the Herr's Chase the Taste 200 presented by Calypso Lemonade, live at Winchester Speedway in Indiana on the CBS Sports Network. Justin Boston now closing back in on Mason Mitchell. This is the fight for second spot. Schrader probably didn't have time to look at his rearview mirror, Spencer Gallagher. This place is so fast, but I'm sure hearing on the radio, good stuff. Open that lead up.
Yeah, you know, it's Kenny's smile's got to be a mile wide here. This has been nothing but good news to him. But you know what? I got to give a shout out to Justin Boston for making that thing stick. I thought for sure we were going to have about a 20-lap caution right then and there.
Justin Boston, I'm sure when he came off the second corner, didn't realize how quickly he'd get to the 2 car, lap car.
Absolutely. You can see it in the replay of Grant Enfinger. He thinks the 2's going to kind of maintain his line, and he's going to try and split him, go 3 wide, maybe get a little sucker punch on the 98. Oh, where'd he come from? But the 2 just keeps coming down and squeezing him. And as they would say over in England, we about had ourselves a moment there.
Yeah, definitely a moment, no doubt. Schrader out in front. Boston and
back
Mitchell fighting for second. Justin Boston gets it gathered back up and takes second spot back.
Oh, and he just squeaks up there in front of him. Now we're going to see what Justin's got. It's a little bit late. We're coming to 20 to go here. Schrader having a straightaway. But if Justin can start pulling away, we get that late caution, he might have something.
Got on board there for a moment with Mason Mitchell in the Musselman's Wildlife Foundation of Florida TTS Ford entry. The Salute Toyota of Boston up in second spot now. All of this benefiting the great veteran Ken Schrader, who's now taken advantage to stretch the lead to 3.6 seconds with 20 to go.
Wow, Now, Kenny's starting to work some lap traffic, but he can do it at his own pace, having a lead like that. Pick his holes, take his time, work his way through there.
Schrader on top, heading down into turn number 3, working lap 182. Boston in second, Mitchell in third. Good battle here. This is fourth. The 4-car, rather, in 5th position right now. The 72 of Tom Hessert, not on the lead lap in 13th. They've been running together for several laps. Hessert marked a couple of laps down in that machine, but he is 13th on the board right now. There's Hessert in the CareGuard 72. There's the 4, the Exide Chevrolet of Brandon Jones in 5th. Jones led laps earlier, one of our 3 leaders so far this afternoon here at Winchester. Taking a look there at the 98, Mason Mitchell settling back into third in front of Grant Enfinger, the points leader in the K-Site Motor Honey car.
I think everybody, we got a car up in turn 3. Caution is out, Rick. This is what I was getting ready to say. Everybody in the field except Kenny Schrader wants to see a caution right now, and now we got it.
Carl Weber in the 3, the Sylvius Insurance Group entry out of Indiana. Got the wall up in turn 3 at 4. Could be a right front tire issue. That tire is down. Don't know if it went down first or after he got into the wall. Looks very similar, though, to what happened to Josh Williams earlier. So the caution waves with 16 laps remaining here at Winchester Speedway.
Tough break for Carl. He was running in 10th spot in the top 10 for the youngster.
5 laps down, not on the lead lap, but it's easy to go a lap down here at Winchester, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it to soldier on and be in the top 10. Certainly a good day for the 17-year-old out of Indiana. But we're under caution for the 3rd time today. We'll see what happens when pit road opens up here. Now, if you're one of the top 3 or 4 cars, do you gamble? Do you take 2?
There's 7 cars on the lead lap, and with 15 laps to go, I think you've got to take your right side tires. You just got to do it.
I absolutely agree with Andy. The only real move here for these guys in the top group is to take right side tires, and I'm here to tell you right now, this is going to be a battle for the ages. I think we're going to see a very quick car out of the 98, and maybe even the 90 is going to surprise us here late in the race.
Dr. Nick Bergeron on pit road, watching leader Ken Schrader come his way. Looks like 2 tires is the call, Dick.
Yeah, this is the backward strategy. They were going to start out with 2 tires on the first pit stop, 4 on the second one. Schrader pits out of the lead for 2 tires. This is his own crew. There are many hired crews who are here today, but these guys are accustomed to working with Ken Schrader. Fuel going in the back as well. Trouble on the right rear, a long, long time on that right rear tire. And Schrader's going to lose the lead.
Schrader gets down and away, but Mason Mitchell and Justin Boston are out first, and Brandon Jones too. So Kenny Schrader coughs up the lead on pit road with less than 15 to go. He's going to have to restart 4th, boys.
Oh my, this just changed everything.
Wow. Rick. That's what happens on pit road. Schrader taking a little longer than he needed to on pit road. Boston and Mitchell get out first. We'll set the restart lineup when we come back. Coming up next on the CBS Sports Network at 4 Eastern Time, the world's best beach volleyball players hit the sand. They'll miss the men's and women's finals. It's the AVP Milwaukee Open, only on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports, the CBS Sports Network. Welcome back live to Winchester Speedway in Winchester, Indiana. I'm Rick Benjamin, Andy Hillenberg alongside. Spencer Gallagher joining us topside from GMS Racing, the Allegiant Airlines Chevrolet. Not in action today, 6th in points coming in. Spencer gathering information and gathering experience as he makes his climb up the motorsports ladder. We appreciate him stopping by with us today. Dr. Nick Bergeron with our coverage on pit road. All right, green flag next time by, boys. We'll have less than 10 to go. Double foul restart. We have that late caution with Carl Weber in the wall. 2 tires for their leaders. And up front, you've got Brandon Jones in the 4. You've got the 98 of Mitchell on the outside of row 1. I'm
going to have to go checkers or wreckers here for Mason Mitchell. I got to think that. Kenny Schrader, he
dominated.
If you're going to lose the lead, I think 4th is the right spot because it puts him up in the high line here. And if Mason can make that first corner and make it stick, Kenny might be able to follow him on through and get the 2nd and be able to work him over with 9 laps to go.
On board here with Mason Mitchell, the restart outside pole sitter alongside Brandon Jones. Kenny Schrader gave up the lead, a little slow bit on pit road with 2 tires. Schrader will line up in 4th spot. Safety car is in. We'll see what happens. 9 laps to go when they hit the green flag at start finish, and we are back underway.
His mother. That's his mother.
And Frank Kimmel gets turned into the outside wall. Caution at inside wall as Kimmel ends up in the concrete, and the yellow comes right back out. The Ansel Menards Toyota of Frank Kimmel, the 10-time series champion, dumped coming to the green flag.
The pushing and shoving started. We saw Brandon Jones there didn't take off as good as Mason Mitchell, and that backed the field up.
Kimmel restarting originally back at about 7th or 8th spot. Got some help. And
John West Townley got in the back of Frank there. As they, as I mentioned there, Brandon Jones didn't come up through the gears as quick as Mason.
And all that takes, Spencer Gallagher, is if somebody misses a shift, it'll stack them up big at a place like this.
Absolutely. On a restart like this, where you could very well be the last of the day, you're not thinking or hoping that guy in front of you is going to check up. And when he does, you're already so close. I mean, the hoods of these cars will get under the rears and just scoop those rear tires clean off the ground, and it's all over from there.
Now, in the ARCA Racing Series presented by Menards, you don't finish under caution, do you?
Never. We're going to see a green flag finish here, and there's not 3 strikes. We just keep going. If we need 4 or 5 strikes to finish this race under green, they'll do it, as Frank's coming on pit road for service.
Frank Kimmel, the 55 of Cody Coughlin there as well, but there's the Menards Toyota coming to the attention of the Wintron crew.
The one good thing here is it looks like all 4 tires are kind of pointing the same direction, Rick. So, beat the body back out, and Frank, if he can stay on the lead lap, can get a good finish out of this and maybe even pick up a spot or 2.
At the moment, still shown on the lead lap. Spencer Gallagher, we were talking earlier about the long green flag run. It looked like Schrader was headed off into the sunset to grab the checkered flag. 2 cautions in the last 15 laps.
Yeah, we saw almost 200 laps of green flag running, and all that just got thrown out the window. We got Kenny Schrader in the 4th spot right now, but right now we got the 98 car, the fastest car all day on short runs, sitting in pretty and on the pole position with 2 tires to go. So this is going to get real interesting.
I don't think I'm going to have to go out on a limb too far to say we'll probably get another caution.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call that one a distinct possibility.
All right, the Menards Toyota on pit road. Dick Berggren, a lot of damage on that race car.
There is a lot of damage, but you're right. What he had done, Kimmel had driven around the racetrack a couple of laps just to get a feel of the car, and it obviously felt good enough for him that with tires put on the one tire, actually put on the right front, and they beat the car out, got the sheet metal out of the tires and out of the wheels. Kimmel's back out again. Points mean everything to him. He has won more championships here, 10 of them, than anybody else in the field, and he certainly has his eye on another, even though the beginning of the year has not gone well for Frank Kimmel.
We've talked about his struggles, not winning a race halfway through, but they're showing him the black flag right now on the 44 car. Kimmel able to stay on the lead lap, lights out on the safety car. Frank's going to have to come back to pit road. He's 3rd in points without a win yet. Still has a shot at winning the title this year. Certainly, he will not be able to take the green for the restart.
I think that black flag might have been he went a lap down on pit road and tried to get it back passing the pace car. Here they come to the green right now. Another rocket start for Mason Mitchell.
5 laps to go at Winchester. The 4 of Jones on the inside. Mitchell in the 98 on the outside. They're side by side. Townley in the 15 gets the wall coming off.
No caution.
Yellow will stay in the flagman's hands. We're side by side. Here comes Justin Boston and Schrader along with Enfinger. Wanting to settle this one in the late laps at Winchester. To the bottom is Boston. Kimmel still out there on the backstretch. Mason Mitchell is your leader.
Contact there a little bit coming off turn 2 with Justin Boston. Brandon Jones are working him over. Kenny doesn't really have anywhere to go. He's getting stuck.
The 98 continuing to lead Mason Mitchell. Spencer Gallagher, you're starting to look like a soothsayer. You thought Mitchell would be a contender for this victory today.
I'm going to say something after the race. I'm not going to jinx it now, but boy, oh boy, Mason is looking strong right this second.
2 to go.
Looking for his first career victory. White flag will be out next time by. Brandon Jones, the first-time ARCA competitor, 2nd spot. Boston 3rd. Schrader, who started on the pole and led so many laps, is 4th after losing the lead on pit road. White flag in the air for Mason Mitchell.
Brandon Jones closed up there in 3 and 4, possibly sizing up a last lap move.
Frank Kimmel has to get the 44 out of the way. We'll see what happens. These 2 will settle it. Mitchell in the 98.
Here he goes.
4. Brandon Jones with the dive bomb move.
Oh, he puts the slam on him.
Gets Mitchell sideways, and Brandon Jones is your winner. A last lap pass at Winchester for Brandon Jones in the Exide Chevrolet, your winner.
And Mason is not happy about that. Here we go.
Tippers are short here.
Mason Mitchell looking for his first career win, says, hey, not that easy, young fella.
Wow.
Mason Mitchell, a young fellow himself. Wow, what a finish at Winchester. All right, let's take another look at what happened. There's the dive bomb move by the 4 car.
He drove it in there, and there we go. 8 tires are better than 4, and Brandon takes the win.
Wow, one more look here. Let's put you on board with Mason Mitchell as he gets rubbed on by Brandon Jones. Heavily rubbed on.
Wow.
We'll see if the ARCA Racing Series officials have anything to say about that. Brandon Jones takes the checkered flag. We'll sort it out when we come back to Winchester.
ARCA Racing Series on CBS Sports Network.